Hello everyone, this is Pooja Barkul here. So the part 3 of your lesson 12, respiration in plants and animals. In this part 3, I'll explain you about the breathing mechanism. Breathing mechanism, I told you earlier, breathing is a mechanical process, it's a physical process. No chemical change takes place. And mechanical process means there involves the movement of one or the other physical organs of the body. That's why it's called a mechanical process. And so here we'll discuss about the mechanism of breathing. What happens, there's a label diagram, just have a look. This is the diagram of lung. Now you will be wondering, it is lung and this is vertebral column. You have to consider it like this. This is your back. This portion is your back and this is your front. You're standing laterally, not simply facing the front. You're standing laterally and this is the vertebral column. That means you are facing this side. You're facing this side and this is your back. So what happens when we breathe in? In the procedure of breathing in, you might have seen when you breathe in, your stomach, your abdomen area swells. It comes out. So what happens? Inside the ribs there are lungs. It is called a pleural cavity, and this is the pleural membrane. This is the membrane, this is the boundary of the lung. What happens when we breathe in, when we take the air inside? At that time the mechanism starts with the ribs. These are the ribs. The ribs are raised outside. They are raised outside. That's why we feel our stomach is swelled a little bit. And this is the diaphragm. This organ is called the diaphragm. These are the diaphragmic muscles. These two sides. These muscles contract and diaphragm comes down. When the diaphragm comes down and the ribs move outwards, the lung cavity increases in size. This increases in size and the lungs get expanded. It creates an air pressure and the air rushes into the lungs. This is what happens when we breathe in. Again I repeat, the ribs raise outward. The diaphragm comes down due to contraction in these muscles and the lung cavity increases in size. Due to this increases in size, there's an internal pressure which pulls the air inside. This is called breathing in. Now, on the contrary, breathing out mechanism is same but things go in opposite. When we breathe out or when the air rushes out of the lung, what happens? Ribs come back to their original place. They come down, they return to normal place. Diaphragmic muscles which were contracted earlier, they relax back and diaphragm raises up. So from here also it raises up, from here also it comes closer. So the cavity decreases in the size. The cavity of the lung loses its size. And so it creates an outward pressure. Due to this outward pressure, the air which was filled inside, it goes outside of the lung. This is what happens when we breathe out. Again I repeat, during breathing out the carbon dioxide, the ribs return to their normal position. That means they return back. The diaphragm return to its normal position. That means it raises a little bit up and these muscles relax. When they come back and it raises up, this cavity decreases in size. The decrease in size create a pressure outwards and this outward pressure releases the carbon dioxide air moving out of the lungs. So this is what is the mechanism of breathing. It is the mechanism of air intake and it is the mechanism of releasing of air outside the body. So just go through the concept. You may watch another YouTube video, an animated video of the mechanism of breathing for better understanding. I hope the topic is clear to you. And regarding this topic, questions I will put in front of you in your daily diary assignment. Thank you.